today will be an experiment using a black rice. So it will be a really nice color of the beer, I assume. Different location, so we will have different equipment as well, the Corona mill and some other stuff. So the recipe will be 60% pale ale malt and 40% black rice. And the hops, I guess, will be Saaz and Styrian, something not too exciting to really see the effects of the black rice. I've never used the Corona mill myself, and reading from the different web forums online, it's gotten really bad critique. But in my honest opinion, it did a fairly good job considering the price, and I would actually recommend beginners on a budget on investing in this one. Doing some preparations before the mash. The rice is boiling because it needs to be pre-boiled to not get the mash stuck, so we can retrieve all the starch and convert that to sugars. So that is what we're doing now. And meanwhile, the mash water is heating up. So in the end, the rice swell up pretty much all the way to the brim. Always interesting to see how much it really swells. Now we will just add this in junction with the malt to the mash. So here we have the rice already boiled, and in the mash we already have added some rice and malt. So just to see the color of it, it's already really dark, even though we have about 40 liters of water here. So doing this and eventually starting the mash and with the pump and everything. Mash has started, and there's a lovely rose-colored beer in creation. Really excited for the end result here. Lautering has been done, and now we just wait for the wort to start boiling, and it has a lovely color. And the color of the foam is also purple. Not really noticeable in this camera shot, but still really beautiful. And for the record, this is how the mash looked like. So while keeping the process of bottling going, I thought I might as well also review the Thai black rice beer. So the color is really lovely, grape color. I've been handing this beer out to some friends, and they've all said that they really like the color of it. Something unique, I would say. It's really nice. And as for the taste, or first the aroma, to be honest, it's a light-bodied beer, malt-wise. So the malt doesn't smell too much, rather than the K-97, which is a quite subtle yeast. Even though it's subtle, it really shines through the malt composition here. So if I would redo it, I would probably go for a lagering version of it, even though it's hard to come by the refrigeration for that. I would actually aim for that as the body is so light. And as for the taste, it's really hard to tell, actually. Maybe, I mean, first of all, the hops comes through. Here I would not, I would just add bittering hops in if I would redo it again, as it's really, you know, when you have rice in it, so it shouldn't really be a heavy beer. It should be a light beer, only bittering hops. It should be like a summer kind of beer. But I think the Thai black rice actually adds some kind of I mean, not in a negative way, but a soapy kind of flavor, I would say. In a way that makes the beer, even though it's light, it makes it pretty unique in that sense. It's really hard to say something else than just the word soapy. Not in a bad way. Anyway, this was it for this beer. I would actually recommend doing it. Why not? I mean, the black rice itself is pretty expensive, at least here in Scandinavia. But it was a really nice experiment actually, which turned out well. And if you're going to experiment with rice, why not just add the black rice?